Good evening. Happy Sunday, Evelyn.
Hey, Erica. Happy Sunday, August 10th.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. This is Sacred Bloom, Call Her Goddess. And this is the Sacred Soul Sunday, episode
Yes.
2. We started episode 1 for Sacred Soul Sundays last week, August the 3rd, and today is August the 10th. And welcome, everyone. Hi, how y'all doing this evening? So let's get right into this episode's theme. This is episode 2 of the Sacred Soul Sunday, and we are doing a goddess shout out today. We have a special guest for everyone,
Yes.
and she is dear to my heart. So I can't wait till we bring her on. But let me get through these announcements right quick. So today's episode is Overcoming to Becoming, a goddess's journey through storytelling, survival, freedom, creativity, healing, Black womanhood, artistry, film debut, reinvention over 40. That's right, women over 50. I meant 50. Women over 50. We doing it, baby. We over here Gen Xing, okay? We're
Mhm.
taking back our divine feminine power, and we are reinventing ourselves from all the trauma in the past. Okay, we are here, and we ain't going nowhere.
We ain't going back.
Again,
Mhm.
this is Sacred Bloom, Call Her Goddess, and this is Sacred Soul Sunday series. And this is episode 2. And this is a sacred conversation on the journey from surviving to awakening, shedding the identity of the strong Black woman and stepping into full softness, divine worthiness, healing, and sacred becoming. You
Yeah.
are a goddess, my sister. So let's just tap in and let's flow with the flow. And today's guest spotlight is Shellylive. She is a film writer, a producer, a songstress, an actress, and she has something very, 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 very pivoting and phenomenal coming up this fall in October.
Yeah.
And without further ado, I'm going to
Wait.
bring her on because she needs to get in on the Sunday ritual. And welcome everybody, Shelly Live.
Hi, Shelly.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Evelyn and Erica. Hi, how are you all?
We are
Thank you for
fabulous.
having me.
You are welcome to be here.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so today's guest, I'm so happy. I'm about to just overjoyed. Um, she's a film writer, a producer, a songstress, an actress, and she has something phenomenal coming up this fall. And we would like to start, we start every episode off with an affirmation. You guys can say this to yourself, say it out loud, put one hand over your heart and put the other hand over your womb because we are over here healing. Healing first, peace second, and then the world is yours, abundance overflowing with joy, wealth, peace, and prosperity. The affirmation for today, and you can close your eyes, you can take a deep breath in through your nose, hold for the count of 3, and exhale through your mouth. One more time, inhale through your nose, hold 3 count. Exhale through your mouth. One more time. Exhale. I see you. I honor you. I forgive what you carry. I celebrate who you are becoming. I light a candle and I say, I am not who they named me. I am who I choose to become. Soft, sovereign, sacred. All right, goddesses, this should open up abundance, open up peace, and we open sisterhood and goddesshood to begin this episode, Sacred Soul Sunday. I rise as the woman I prayed to become. My story is not a scar, it's a scripture. I am not who they tried to break me. I am who I choose to bloom into. More than just a strong Black woman, I am more than what I've survived. I am who I've chosen to become. I no longer wear strength as my only identity. Softness is my revolution. I release the burden of being everything for everyone. I choose myself first. My vulnerability is not my weakness, it is sacred, sovereign truth. I am not just strong, I am sensitive, sensual, and spiritually whole. I no longer hustle for worthiness. My existence is the proof of my power. My healing matters more than my performance. I'm no longer surviving for others. I am thriving for myself. I allow myself to rest without guilt and rise without apology. I am not anyone's mule, matter, or machine. I am a masterpiece. I am a goddess. I carry the wisdom of my mothers and the freedom that they all dreamed of. I am worthy of joy, beauty, abundance, and ease, not just endurance. My softness is sacred. My stillness is strength. I no longer perform strength to feel seen. I am divine by design. I am allowed to fall apart and still be called holy. I speak my truth with grace and walk in power with peace. I no longer shrink to be palatable. I rise to be powerful. I am not what they projected onto me. I'm what I reclaimed myself to be. I embody the goddess within me, whole, healed, and holy. I have overcome to become, and I am still becoming.
Absolutely.
Okay, y'all, welcome, welcome, welcome. And now into the episode.
Further ado.
Okay, becoming before the becoming, her roots, her struggles, the origin of the story. We're here to discuss the guest, her early story, her pain, her rising. So, Shelly, my first question to you is, can you take us back to the version of yourself before the world saw your light? Who was she?
Before the world saw my light, um, I used to sing, right? That was always my passion. So singing was always this thing. Like as a little girl, when the world was dark or something wasn't good, I would sing. Everything was music, music, music. That's what my dad installed. So before the world knew me, that's who I was. I was just a little girl that wanted to sing, a little girl with this dream of, always being something incredible. I think that was always my walk of life. And my dad used to always sit me down and he would say, baby, you got to shoot for the moon to be amongst the stars. And I don't think I ever understood that. But as I got older, the passion for it, I went abroad. I tried, it's like kind of like trying to find yourself. I went abroad. I went to Hong Kong. I was in Jamaica. I was in Guyana. I was a lot of places singing. That was the thing. Singing. It was a way of setting me free. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Like setting me apart from everybody else at that time that was out and about and doing their thing. It was always singing for me that made me feel the most happiest, I want to say, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. Okay. So what was the hardest part of your personal or creative journey that tried to silence your voice? And this could be something in your past, your present, not necessarily in your future, but we all have a journey, and being creative, a lot of times it may not be a family member, it may be someone else that tells you, oh, you're not good enough, you're not talented enough. So
Right.
But it's
what
so
was the
that seed of
hardest part?
doubt. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. So for me, let's just start from like, childhood. Let's go back to when I was probably 14, right? I was the tall, awkward girl. It was always you know, um, I was cute, but not pretty enough. I was talented, but not talented enough. And of course, the world will make you feel like family, friends, uh, relatives, they'll make you feel small when you feel like you're big, right? So you have this, here you have this, I have this big voice, right? And I want to be heard and I want people to listen. But it was, she's so, she's so funny looking. She's so skinny. It was always that. So when I was thinking I was shining, I was downing myself at the same time. It was like almost being broken, but not broken. It's like you're smiling to the world. I've learned how to do it. I mastered it. I mastered how to just smile. Even when it was ugly, even when it seemed gray, I knew I could smile and get past. And I always knew I can talk. Like I love to talk. I'm a talker. And I always knew if I opened my mouth and sang a tune, people was gonna listen. But it was always those sudden whispers that you hear, like someone saying, just like you said, she ain't even that good. She ain't good enough. Look at her. She's odd. She's awkward. And people was like that in school with me. Like for a long time in elementary school, I wouldn't even say high school. In elementary school, it was like I'm in seventh grade and I'm the tallest girl in seventh grade. I'm awkwardly shaped. The shape didn't come in, the facial wasn't there. So as I got to high school, I created myself. It was like, okay, I'm going to be a powerhouse. I'm going to be a force. I'm going to come back a little different. So I went away for the summer, went to my grandma, and my grandma was like, why does your mom got you walking around here looking like a boy? Why does you don't even look like a girl. You're just not together, and my parents are Jamaican. So it was always this strong undertone of what I had to look like and what I had to be. So I developed very early on to say to myself, I'm going to be, I'm going to be this girl. I don't care what I have to do. I'm going to be her. I'm going to create her in my head. And that's who I'm going to be. And that's kind of how my walk began, is just trying to build myself to be someone bigger or something better, that people couldn't look down and say, well, she ain't pretty enough or she ain't cute enough, because the world is always going to talk, right? People are always going to make you feel bad
Yeah.
in anything you do.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's an awesome story. And I can definitely relate because
Mhm.
Evelyn and I both are creative. And I've been told so many times when I was younger, oh, you think you have talent, but how far is that going to go? Or what, you need to get a real job. You don't need to do that. That's for other people. That's not for you. What about you, Evelyn? What type of experiences have you had, like with trying to navigate the hardest part of being creative?
Just being told that people that look like me don't, do what I want to do, that do what I do. Try to be back then, try to be discouraged to not go to school, to try to go into other fields. So, but I pursued my, degree of choice anyway. And like you said, oh, you should get a real job. I'm like, but this is my real job. This is my business. So, like, what do you mean? So, but that's when you push past all of that noise and you stay true to who you are. And I think that's that's amazing how you said that your voice has always been like your source of freedom. Using your voice, no matter if it's through singing or talking or whatever, that's always been your source of freedom. And that's beautiful. That's a powerful message because we all have something that we can use to overcome any kind of obstacle, So, and for you, it's your voice, like you said, through singing or whatever it may be. So,
thank you.
But it's interesting that people that are closest to you tell you that you can't do something, but then yet they will go pay thousands of dollars to see someone else perform, but they won't come to your performance and back you up.
Right. You said a mouthful, right? So you said a mouthful right there.
Yeah. It's attainable. That means that if that person is a performer, they sing, they're selling millions of tickets. Why can't I?
Because they don't want to see you succeed.
Right.
They don't want to see you.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
Yeah. They don't want to see you succeed.
They don't want to see you succeed. Your talents and your gifts, that's your creative, that's spiritual. Creativity is spiritual, and it starts within the womb. When you get a bubbly feeling, when you get excited about something, when you sing, you're singing from all those organs in those chakra areas. You're singing your gifts, your talents, and you're sharing it with the world. An actor, an actress, a singer, a podcaster, you're selling yourself. That is a business, period.
Correct. Absolutely. It's a business. It is.
It's a business. It's a job, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to tell you.
And I think that's where people get it is.
So
and it's a lot of work. I think that's where people get it twisted a little bit. They no, you create your brand, right? You create your name. You start there. And they don't think it's work. They don't. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of behind the scenes work.
You think you special.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I do.
Oh my God. What?
And you are.
I am, honey.
What you say, Evelyn?
I just say I am, honey, and so are you. We all have
that part. I'm absolutely fantastic. I'm amazing.
Yeah, we all have special gifts.
So, as a Black woman, Shelly, in your 50s, navigating the entertainment industry, how did you reclaim your power and your purpose? Because I know the entertainment industry is could be tough out there.
You got to repeat it. You broke up. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear the question.
As a Black woman in your, can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, huh?
Okay. As a Black woman in your 50s, navigating the entertainment industry, how did you reclaim your power and your purpose?
By stop making people kick me. You get a tough skin, because in the industry, what people don't understand, in this industry for a woman, it's hard, especially if you're a pretty woman, you stand on business. Men, women alike, they always try you. It's like you got to do something for the favor. You got to do something for someone to acknowledge that you have a gift. You got to give a little bit to get a little bit. But I've learned, and that's that voice I hear. It's my dad saying, you don't have to sell yourself. You don't have, you're talented. You have a gift. You have a voice. You don't have to be anything that you don't want to be. So I had to learn how to wear layers. And there's opportunities that have passed me by in my life where I could have said, I'm going to do that. But then what kind of dignity would I have in the end? If I slept with John to get over here to point A, I just slept with John. Now I got a reputation that I'm trying to fix, and I'm trying to make it look better. And I'm hard and I'm tough. And people will go, she's too tough. She's too hard. What is wanting people to respect me? You have to respect me first. That means a lot to me. My reputation means a lot to me. So there's things I'm going to do and there's things I'm never going to do. And it doesn't matter the price. So maybe the setbacks in life that I might have to face, that might be my setbacks. But I always say that God has a platform for me, and what's mine is mine, right? Can't nobody take that from me. So if I have to stumble, if I have to get up, if I have to miss an opportunity, I'm okay with it because that's not for me. It's not for me, and I'm not for everybody. So I'm okay with this. I'm okay with the way I am.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what overcoming to becoming is, especially for Black women, being okay with who you are, no matter what someone says about you, no matter what someone thinks about you. You have to know who you are and stand on that. Stand on your truth. Stand on your beliefs. Stand on your gifts and your talents. Because if you can't do what I do or walk in my shoes to get to where I'm at to do what I do, who are you to try to dim my light? I am the light. Period. Black women, we are the archetype. Everyone wants to be us. They want to mimic us. They want our talents and our gifts. So it must be something about us.
Right.
It's got to be. It's the tanning booth on every corner.
Lip fillers, right?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I didn't see a couple of people in the beauty supply store. I'm talking about in the hood beauty supply store, because you're trying to find out what is this melanin all about. What do they have that we don't have? We come in a rainbow of velvety, caramel, chocolate, vanilla hue type of chocolate chip flavors. And
latte.
You cannot duplicate us. You can have 5 kids in one family. They all be a different shade of chocolate. Okay? I'm just saying.
And I love what you said.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Just going back to what you said, Shelly, about having those boundaries. That's so important. And that's something that Erica and I, we always talk about that in our episodes, is making sure you have those boundaries. Because if you don't set those, then people will not respect it. And it's good that you said, that you set those boundaries and they stay firm, because people have to respect them. If you don't set them, they'll walk all over them.
Mm-hmm.
So
they will walk all over you very quickly.
Yeah.
It's funny because when you do set boundaries, people say, she's a this, she's a that, or she's too difficult to work with, or she thinks she knows it all. No, I know what I know, and I know what I stand on.
And I know what they don't do. Yeah.
Exactly. So I commend you for going through, the trials and tribulations, just to overcome, to become. Getting here is a pivotal point that a lot of people can't say that they did, or they don't have the courage to do it. They don't have the tenacity to keep going. They give up.
Right.
Oh yeah.
They let any little thing shake them. Or I'm
Yep.
gonna just throw in the towel.
Right.
So
It's too hard. Yep.
It's too hard, right? It's too hard.
it's too
That's the part.
hard.
It's too hard.
It's
Yep.
too hard, or that's too complicated. Oh,
Mhm.
girl, that's this way. I ain't gonna be able to do that. You ain't got something easy and quick that I can do. I want some easy, quick money. You know, everything
Right.
easy and quick ain't gonna last long. You may be here tomorrow, be here today and gone
Quick ain't
tomorrow.
always good, right?
Right.
The quick line is too
Ain't
long.
always good.
Quick ain't always good, honey. That ain't always
Yeah.
the right way to
Sometimes you
go.
gotta do a slow grind, baby.
Absolutely.
Like butter, huh?
Slow,
Slow
Absolutely.
slow
turn.
grind.
Sometimes, right? Like it's hard, but guess
Sometimes.
what? Yeah.
So, writing through wounds, creating your first film, using art to transform pain into purpose, storytelling through survival.
Mm.
So I always think of films, when people create films, it always starts with an idea, whether it's fiction or nonfiction. It's storytelling, film creation,
Right.
sometimes emotional truth, sometimes something that we think is not the truth. There may be a little bit of truth in there. Sometimes we view things as, oh, that'll never happen. Look at what happened 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? We saw plenty
Right.
movies about outbreaks and um, contagious viruses and this, that, and the third. Oh, that's just make believe.
Oh yeah.
That's called creativity. That's creation.
Right.
Someone had to know something ahead of time for it to develop into a film. It's a reclamation of power when you write your story. Storytelling is creative power. Look at how many movies are sold daily and restreaming.
Right.
That's
Mhm.
creative power. What inspired, and you don't
Absolutely.
have to go into detail, what inspired the story behind your film? And you don't have to, because we don't want to tell the whole story, but what was the story behind it? Like, what was the moment that you said, you know what, I'm going to write this, I'm going to write this down and share my creativity, I'm going to share whatever I went through to get where I'm at and share a story to the world?
Healing. You know,
Mhm.
I do social content all day. I get on lives all day and I talk to women all day, right? And I speak to people. People come in my inbox, Shelly, how you get through that? Shelly, how you did that? You wear your, you know, you wear you wear your emotions on your sleeve. You know, hearing people say, I don't know how to get out. I don't know how to, I don't know how to overcome this. So I sat down and I had to come to a peace with myself, right? In my own mind. Because here I am, I'm about to put my life out there. I'm about to have the whole world judge me on a different level of being judged. And I'm going to put it out there, not for myself, but to heal people. And I still had wounds that was open. You know, you can think that things in your life you go through that you close and you've healed from them, and you haven't. You're
Yeah.
still broken a little bit on the inside. But until you tell yourself, I'm free of this, I'm okay at the place I'm at now, So I had to tell myself I'm okay at that place. And now I want to say, here's my story, and let it heal someone else. Let it be somebody else's guide. You know what I mean? That's kind of like how it came to be.
Okay. That's awesome because that's what we're about here at Sacred Bloom. Call her goddess. We're about healing, healing the collective, healing the woman that didn't know she was a goddess, didn't know she could make it through um, her pain, the ridicule, the criticism, the all the isms that you can
Mm-hmm.
name thrown at you, and you still go through your healing process. I always tell people I promote healing so much because you're always in a healing process. It's a healing journey. It's an awakening.
Right.
Your story heals someone else. And then that person's story get the courage to tell their story. Then they heal someone else. Then another sister heal another sister. And that's how you build a real
Right.
community, uplifting and helping each other heal. We need each other.
We
You
do.
know what I'm saying? So I think you answered the next question. How did writing your own story
Absolutely.
change you from the inside out? How did it change you from the inside out? And you said healing, writing down, writing
Yeah, no,
something down,
absolutely.
writing a movie. And if it's a self bio or biopic, that's therapeutic. That's work. That's your
Right.
shadow work because you're writing. Writing is one of the things that you can do because you can always go back and read it. And then you have um, the potential to rewrite your own story. You can change the narrative because where I end this story at don't have to be my ending. That's just the chapter that I wanted to end at. But I'm going to live on and on and on. And that film is going to
Right.
live on and on and on because somebody else is going to watch it. Somebody else is going to get healed. You know what I'm saying? So it lives
Absolutely.
on infinity.
Mm-hmm.
That's what healing is. It goes on and on and on like a
And
good
on and on.
MJ,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
a
leaving a
good
legacy.
MJ song. Don't stop till you get enough.
Yeah, you're gonna leave a legacy. That's mhm.
Right.
You can play an MJ song. My grandson listened to MJ. He was like, "Oh, that's when he was black," and I said, "He's still
Right.
black."
That's what it Yep. You are
A
right.
mess.
You know, so
Yeah.
your story will continue to elevate and lift and save someone else. Your testimony is somebody else's testimony. So, what inspired your first film, and how much is it was birthed from your personal truth? I think you tapped in that, but you could talk a little bit more about it. How was it birthed from your personal truth?
So you sit down and you think about your life. So I journal. I'm always journaling. I write everything down. I'm like the writer, right? I just write stuff. Like I have diaries on top of diaries on top of diaries of I think going to counseling, I always write. When I was in counseling, I took counseling for a long time, because when I left the relationship that I was in, I was very broken. So I had to heal, right? So one of the things the counselor always said was write down your emotions. If you're not able to speak it out loud to everybody, write them down. So I always write. So starting there and just writing things, and then one day just sitting down looking at all these things that I've compiled, right? And I'm going, wow, there's a lot of pain here. So I get on the phone with my best friend and I'm like, hey, I got this big idea. It might be bigger than me, but I got this idea. I think I'm ready to heal inside now. And the way I'm going to do it is we're going to get together. We're going to write our lives out on a piece of paper, and we're going to do this. We're going to run with this program, right? So we started there, and just it was dark for a minute, like reliving all that stuff. When you're reliving your pain, because this movie is my life. So when you're
Yeah.
reliving the pain, and then you look in the mirror at yourself and you say, "But I got through it, though. I don't even know how I got through it. I don't know how I got through that black eye or that busted head or that rib rib bone that was broken, or that baby that might have been kicked out, or all these things that you go through. It's mental. It's a mental thing, you know. You check out in there somewhere. I probably checked out a couple times in there, you know, in between my life, just checked out and said, I can't do this no more. There was times that I cried out to God and I was like, what is that you want from me? Why do you keep making me suffer? But why do you keep me alive? Then I had to
Wow.
realize there's purpose, right? There's purpose. There's a reason you're still here through your pain. There's a reason why you're still moving on and people are still trying to tear you down, even though you're trying to pull yourself up. There is so many people that will just drag you down. And you like, why? Why am I the target? What do I wear on my back that makes me look like the woman that wants to be beat, hit, talked to any kind of way, abused on every level that there is? You have to start looking at yourself and saying, what image am I reflecting to the world? But let me stop it real fast, because I keep finding myself in these dark places. So
Yes.
the dark places elevate me to go, I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to be her. I don't want to be that girl. Let me be the girl that people's loving on and hugging on and want to be around and want to be happy to be around. So you create your happy space. And that's them boundaries that I have put up in my life, where I say, I don't want to be hurt no more. So if the hurt look hard, I want to remove it immediately. Like, I mean, immediately, like get it out of my path, because I don't have no more room for pain. And if it's
What's
going to be
that?
pain, let it be my own. Let me be crying tears of joy and jumping off roofs and saying, I'm happy.
No more pain.
Wow, that was powerful. Mary J.
Yeah.
Blige.
Mary J. Blige, no more pain.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
Yes. Very
that,
well song sang, right?
mhm,
Yep.
that is epic,
That was beautiful. Yeah, that was good. That was great. That was wow.
Thank
because
you.
a lot of times we don't want to look in the mirror at our shame. We don't want no one to know that we hurt, because we got this strong Black woman syndrome,
You want to
which
keep that
is
mask on.
a
That mask.
form of masculinity. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be perfect for everyone, but not perfect for ourselves. Because before you can get perfect for yourself and face yourself in the mirror with your own truth, you gotta come clean with yourself and say, hey, something's not working. Some I need to check myself. I need to check in. I need a self check. And why am I going through this? Why am I repeating things? I give of myself
Mm-hmm.
wholeheartedly, freely, completely, and consistently, and I'm not giving it back. Do I need to repeat that? Because that was an aha moment.
Right.
Why do I keep giving to everybody else and not to myself? We give to everyone else, and by the time we get to ourselves, we don't put things off. We say we're going to do something, we never fall through with it,
Yep.
because we're running around taking care of
Mm-hmm.
everybody else in their business while
Mm-hmm.
they steady
Right.
beating us down mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, because all of that works together.
It does.
You have to get all of it in line, not just part of it, all of it in line. So I asked this next question. Was there and we said that it was a healing moment in writing and producing your own story for the big screen. What does this
Mm-hmm.
film represent for you as a creator, as a Black woman, and as a survivor?
Freedom. It's freedom. Like the title, Singing for Freedom. It's freedom. It's freedom from all bondage, freedom from all chains, freedom from things that have told me I couldn't do it. I can't make it. I can't be. I'm not going to be her. I'm not going to be pretty enough. I'm not the girl. I'm not going to be the best girl. You know, freedom is freedom from everything that has entrapped me in my whole life. It's freedom.
Freedom. I
Mm.
love that. I love that. Like I said, if you write nobody can write your story like you. Nobody can tell your story like you.
Mm-hmm.
People may think they know you. They don't know your story. They don't know your pain. They don't know the
Right.
nights fell asleep and cried yourself to sleep. They don't know that you woke up and then cried again, then cried, went
Right.
sat in your car on your lunch break, and then cried some more. How shaking that is when you're going through something traumatic and you still got to get up and face people in real life, in real time. You got to shake it off, and you
Yes.
got to
Yes.
come to a meeting of the minds with yourself and say, I don't want to wake up today. I, I,
Mm.
just, I don't want to do
Mm.
this anymore. I don't want to
Right.
do this. I don't want to be here. It's too painful.
Tired.
I'm tired. And I don't care what nobody think about what I got going on. I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Right.
want to prove myself to nobody anymore. I just want to be free. I want my freedom back. And the way that you get your freedom back is putting yourself first. Period and a dot. So let's get down to
Absolutely. Absolutely.
your beautiful voice and
Yes.
the soundtrack of your becoming. That's what that is, the soundtrack of your becoming. Music as
Yes,
a
honey.
medicine. Music is medicine. That is the one thing, no matter what color, race, creed, country, music is soul.
Baby, what you saying?
It's soul
Yeah.
medicine.
Nobody can
It's
say
Mm-hmm.
healing, transforming your voice, your music, your artistry as medicine. The sacred
yeah.
feminine power of expression. So, how has music helped you move through grief and rebirth?
Well, I sing about everything, you know. Even in the soundtrack to the movie, you know, I wrote about when I sat down, I was writing, I wrote a song called Who Do You See? You know, and it was
Mhm.
the song. I was sitting there one day and this guy, he reaches out to me and he goes, Joe Green, he goes, I got this song. I got this song. I got this instrumental. I need you to write to it. So he sends it over to me and I played with it for a long time. I was just pressing play, that melody in my head. And I was thinking to myself, if I'm sitting here and I'm feeling some type of way, what's going to come to me? What words? And I always look in the mirror and say, who do people see when they see me? You know, do you see Shellylive? Do you see Michelle? Do you see the little girl? Do you see the broken person? Who do you see when you're looking at me? So
Yeah.
I took that and I wrote that song. Who do you see? Like, you know, there's a moment in time in my life. Why are you afraid of just loving me? I didn't hurt your feelings. I didn't break your heart, but what we build together, don't ever break it apart. That's the first verse of the song. So I'm saying to you, who do you see when you're looking at me? Do you see a pretty girl? Do you see a broken girl? Do you see a girl that's healed? Do you see a woman that's been through some stuff that's trying to change? Do you see somebody who's fighting just to fight? Do you see somebody who's bigger than what she is? Or do you see somebody who has survived and I'm still standing and I'm still smiling and I'm still here and I'm still out here grinding and I'm still out here trying to get it? Because that's what I want you to see. I want you to see the lady that's going hard, you know? But people are going to see what they
Mm-hmm.
want to see. So who do you see when you're looking at me?
Wow.
It's just something that sets me apart. You know, it's when I sit down and I think of lyrics and I think of music and melodies. You know, my dad was big on that. He always sat me down and said, "Hey, let's sing about this." You know, that was our way when we was growing up. Just let's sing about it, and it's a peaceful place for me. That's the one thing that can nobody take away from me. It's my gift. You know, it's my gift from God, and
Yeah.
nobody can move it. Nobody can say it's bad or good because to me it's great. You know what I mean? To me it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So I lean hard on that. Even now when I'm feeling down, life seems heavy. I turn to those songs with those lyrics, or I sit down and I write about the pain and the heartache and what I'm going through, and that's my way. That's my way. You know, that's my way of just being whole and being healed.
I love it. That's awesome. That's beautiful. A beautiful becoming and message. Um, how you move through grief and rebirth yourself. Um, Now, I use the term sacred rituals a lot. Um, what are some modern rituals that you do when you're in the process of creating? Do you meditate first? I know you said you journal, you write a lot, but what is something that you would like to share that you do? Do you um, burn candles on a quiet night before a table reading? Like, how do you,
Mhm.
what sacred rituals you do before you get into that creative zone? Do you take a salt bath with candles, some aromatherapy? What do you do? What is your sacred
So
ritual?
this is you. You'll I say this all the time on my lives. You know, my car is my sacred place, right? Everything happens in the car. Like the car is like the cabinet. Nobody. I'm not mom. I'm not the boss. I'm not Shelly Live. I'm just Michelle and my car. So I go in my
Mhm.
car, and I might be in the garage in the dark. You know, just sitting there with my eyes closed, and I'll just close my eyes, and I'll be like, you know, I'll talk to God. I have my moments. I have my paper, I have my phone, and I'm talking to the recording, and I'm just going through life motions in my head and just saying, okay, okay, Michelle, we're gonna write this today. What we writing about? What we talking about, girl? You know, and it's me, and I'm okay in that space because I say it all the time on my live. I'd be like, y'all know my car is my safe haven. You know, it's like some people go in their closet, some people go in their room, but when I'm in my car, I'm
Mhm.
at peace. I'm at peace.
What about you, Evelyn? Do you want to add to that question?
My sacred ritual.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, for me, I journal. It just depends. I journal. I like to meditate. I like to have my coffee. It depends on exactly what it is. So, how heavy the situation is, and
Mhm.
also like a car chronicle type woman. You know, I like to sit in my car because that's it feels like when you're in your car, you are shut out from the world. But I also
Hmm.
like to listen to my books. Um, you know, drink my coffee, stare at my pool. So it just depends on what it is, on what the situation is that I'm, you know, trying to reflect on. The sacred the ritual is. So I have different. It's not one size fits all.
I think I
Right.
do a lot of different things to prepare me mentally for the day. For I even have to prepare myself mentally to be online, to do social media, because it
Yeah.
seems like it can be a job at some time, at some point, um, because you're expected to show up. If you are a digital creator, you are expected to show up at certain times because people looking for you. Like, well, she ain't been on something, and then people always go left. Some must have happened. Something went wrong. How about something's going right? And I don't have time to be posting pictures all day if I'm making deals, if I'm
Right.
preparing,
Right. Right.
signing contracts and doing the do. I can't be here all the time. I gotta be
Exactly.
doing something else. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So if you could choose one lyric that defines your becoming, what would it be? It doesn't have to be from the song, the title from your film. It could be any song that come to mind, one lyric that defines your becoming. What would it be?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. That song, I'm blessed. Let me tell you, I be in my car with that every day. I'm blessed. And I play it on repeat. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. And
Mm-hmm.
what God has
That's a
for me
good
is for
one.
me. I'm blessed.
So, do you believe your voice, the voice, because this is part of our throat chakra and it's a part of creativity?
Mhm.
Singing, speaking, telling, storytelling is a sacred form of healing. Do you believe your voice
Right.
is a sacred form of healing?
I do. I do. I really do. I think it touches a lot of people. I'll tell you a story quickly. There was this man years ago. He came on my page when I was doing my lives, and he was losing his legs. He had to get his legs amputated. And I would sing gospel songs all the time. And he came to me in my inbox and he said, "Hey, Shelly, I know you don't know me from anywhere, but I'm about to lose my legs. And I would just
Mhm.
really appreciate it if you can come to the hospital and sit with me and just hum me a tune or sing something to me, right?" And I was like,
Wow.
"Wow, where do you live?" He lived in Hiram, Georgia. And I said, "Yeah, I could do that. I can come for you. And if I can't, I'll sing for you." And I sung that song. I climbed to the highest mountain, looked all around, couldn't find nobody. So I sung that to him. And when he got his legs, he sent me a picture of his legs and how he got them. And then he got the new ones on, the little prosthetic legs. And he was happy. And he was like, "Your words, your encouragement, your song, your voice, they played it for me in the recovery room. And you took me through a hard time in my life." And when I say those are the things that I live for, despite all the other stuff I've gone through, those are the moments that I live for. And I say, I touch somebody. And if me going live, me singing, me being goofy online, me smiling at somebody, make somebody a better person, or I can move a mountain for somebody, then I've done my job. I've done my work. I've served my purpose.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Wow.
So yeah,
Um, if I can
it's moving.
touch one person with my podcast, with just knowing that it's possible to be healed, and that man trusted you, that's a gift. That's your
Yes,
That
gift.
is.
The gift of song, the
yes,
gift of healing. Like I said, the thing that people say, "Oh, you should find a real job." That is a job. That's your God given
right.
job.
Yeah, that was
God
wow.
gave you. It's your talent.
Yeah,
That's healing.
Mm-hmm.
So people go to boots on the ground counselors and be falling all out slobbing at the mouth. I don't know if they get
who are you telling? I
spitting
know,
up,
right?
getting
I
drunk,
don't
and
want to go to that one.
you
And
know,
hot. I
you
know,
know,
and hot
like
and
I
out
said,
there.
and they not only are they buying tickets, high price tickets, they buying outfits, they killing it, they spending a grip. You know what I'm saying? Just to be around somebody they can't even see, not even gonna come to your house, not gonna pick up the phone and sing
Right.
for you. You know what I'm saying? That's why this
I
Yeah,
community
know.
it was
is
beautiful that you went
important.
there. Yeah, that was nice. You
One
went
more
to go see
time.
Thank you.
That was that was
him.
nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
the average person is not going to take the time out um to do that. Like, they too busy. You know what I'm saying? They
No.
too busy. That oh, I ain't got time for that. You need to call you ain't got no family members. you know
No. I have.
I
It's so many
remember
stories.
being
I have
I know you probably got tons of. Do you want to share another one?
so many stories. Yeah. There's so
I mean,
many
I probably
stories in
would
my
have gone,
inbox.
but I probably would have had a box cutter in my back pocket or something. Because yeah, but no, that was nice that you went. 'Cause
No, it
Did
was. It
you
was
go
just.
in person?
Yeah.
you knew him.
I meet so many people online. I did, and I meet so
Okay.
many people
Okay.
online.
Okay.
No, I
I
didn't
thought
know
he
him
was
at
just a
all. No, no,
stranger.
not at all. But people watch me. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Well, that
people
was
watch
that
me. He was a stranger. People watch me all the time, and they come in my inbox. And I do, and I take the time to read some of the stories, and I take the time to when people, especially when people are going through something, and they're saying, "Hey, my son is sick, but we listen to you." Hey, I mean, I've sang at people's funerals online that I don't know, that they call me and say, "Hey, can you come sing at the funeral for me?" Don't know no family members, honey. Just go out here and sing a song for them. But that's the easy things out of my day. You see what I'm saying? Because they watch me and they believe in me. I can't. I'm not nothing if they ain't watching. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm building and I'm building, I have to take the time to say, let me give back to you. Let me come out here and represent you. Let me stand by you. Let me hold your hand. Let me cry with you sometime. I've been on the phone hours at night crying with people I don't know on social media.
wow.
Don't know them at all, but cry with them and feel the pain and cry with them. but that's who I am. I can't make up who I am. It's just me. It's just me.
That sounds like an empath spirit.
That's a beautiful heart. Yeah.
That's an empath spirit. I used to be like that, and then I had to put up boundaries because, funny story, someone did me like that, came into my inbox, and they told me that they were, this was years and years ago, they had a brain tumor, or either their child had a brain tumor, and then the next couple of days they was in Hawaii or someplace exotic. And I thought to myself,
No.
I wouldn't be going out of town if my child had a brain tumor, or even and I don't know, maybe this was your what do they call that list,
Right.
on your
Bucket
bucket list.
list. Yeah.
But then turned around and said, can't my gas is cut off, can you send me some money to pay my gas bill? Boy, Bob, if you don't get out of my inbox with that crap, you was just in Hawaii.
Yeah.
You didn't take me
You
to Hawaii.
you gotta cut out the scams.
You didn't take me to Hawaii,
You
did
do.
you?
You gotta cut out the scams.
Did you take me to Hawaii with you, so I ain't obligated to help you pay your gas bill?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I said, what happened to the brain tumor? It's disappeared. Just like that.
I cannot with you, Eric. I can't.
I said, maybe it was because you talked to me. Man, I do have human hands now.
I'm trying to
Self-healing.
a mess.
Self-healing. He had self-healing.
Whatever. Get out
Let
of
that
my
man be great.
inbox.
Let him be great in Hawaii. Let him be
But that
great.
was good that, and I was just making,
No.
fun because you was able to trust the person and they trusted you.
Not everybody ain't safe.
It's a lot of scammers out there.
Yeah.
So if anybody come in your inbox and say
No, it is. Some crazy people now.
donations, it ain't us. Because I don't ask people for money.
Well, you can at least send him some
No,
candles.
absolutely not.
I'm gonna send them
No,
some
this
black
man just wanted the
stars.
boys, honey, to sing him through a surgery.
And
Erica,
maybe
you
he'll
a
stop
mess.
doing foolishness, scamming women. And then I see on your page you
Yeah.
married. Where you wife?
Nigerian princess.
Where you wife at? Oh, that's the one you took to Hawaii. Okay. So y'all left the baby in the hospital with a brain tumor while y'all went to Hawaii. Man, go on.
Go on with your
Go ahead.
self.
Back
I
to regular
right.
schedule program.
Get away from me. I can.
Oh my goodness. So your rise, your wisdom, and the sacred reward of staying true to your journey. How pivotal is that? How pivotal that is. How epic is that to stay the course, staying true to you, to yourself, staying true to Michelle, staying true to Shellylive, staying true to your journey. That is reinvention. That's wisdom. That's red carpet dreams, baby. Because you can manifest
Absolutely. Absolutely.
red
Absolutely.
carpet dreams, baby.
Baby, what are you talking about? All day,
Make it
every day.
happen.
All day, every day.
Yes.
Okay.
All day, every day.
So, what does success feel like to the woman that you've become? Because even if the premiere ain't until whenever,
October
you
4th.
did the damn thing. Period. See, that's the success part.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Knowing
Yes.
when you go to bed at night,
It's done.
eat it. It's done.
It's done.
It's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
No matter what somebody say, no matter what the naysayers say, oh, she ain't gonna get it done. She just did, she that. No, baby, it's done. See, I don't need acclamation from you because I did the work. Once you do the work, you don't need edification from nobody.
Nobody. Nobody. Absolutely nobody.
You got the
You don't.
receipts, baby. You had a
Yeah.
cameraman, you had wardrobe, you had actors. You go check me, boo. Just saying. You go
Yeah.
check your
And
set.
amazing people. Amazing, amazing people.
Yeah, that's a lot to.
Yeah.
That's a
It
huge
takes a team. It
accomplishment.
does.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Don't
Definitely.
ever let
Yeah, and
somebody
it
else
is.
steal
And it takes
your red carpet dreams,
Hmm.
your red carpet moments. Because someone tried to do me like that when I was doing gift and suites. Like about 10 years ago, I was doing gift and suites left and right. And then people were coming from me,
Mhm.
oh, well, I ain't see it. I ain't see you on the red carpet because I'm working. I'm in the back. I'm in the background. I'm working, baby.
I'm doing a
When
job. I'm getting the job done. It's a job.
you see they credits at the end, just like when I worked on the film as a wardrobe stylist. Oh, well, I see, baby, you couldn't have watched the film that I was on because I was like maybe the third person that went up on the credits. I don't know. But why do I have to keep trying to prove my worth to you? You're not even in my circle. You're not on my team. You
Right.
feel me? People are always trying to check you, fact check you
Yeah.
when they
You
don't
lose a lot
have
of
any.
people.
They
Hmm.
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to be there anyway. Everybody that come with you can't go with you, and they ain't gonna be on the red carpet with you either.
Yeah. I remember when somebody tried to tell me how to write my book. I'm
Yep.
like, well, show me your book. Oh, you ain't got one.
So what you should do is they
Right.
always
Everybody can't
say
come
what
with it.
you
That's the
should
thing.
do,
Everybody cannot be going. You have to, you're going to lose some people along the way.
and
Yeah.
that's
You just,
fine because they,
exactly.
like I said, everybody ain't your ride or die.
Oh my gosh.
They gonna drop off. Just keep dropping off, and that's okay. You think all these people that made it still hanging with the
Right.
same people that they started out with? Some people ain't gonna make it because they weren't built for that. That's the reason you have gone through pain and
Right.
trauma because it was building your character and
Yep. Making you
building you
stronger.
up to the goddess you're becoming. Because let me tell you something, only a goddess can withstand the stones, the pain, the ridicule, the manipulation that people have thrown your way in your direction. May the last woman be standing
Right.
on the red carpet. When she walked down the red carpet, I can't
And
wait.
What the
Like
star of fame. Get
Mhm.
your
I
star.
can't wait.
I
the
want to be
star of
there.
fame, honey. I like the star of fame, honey. Evelyn, I like that one, baby. I like the
Be
star of
there.
fame. Let me get
I'll
that
listen.
star,
I
you
like
know.
that.
I want to
I like
invite when
that.
you
Let me
go.
claim the star. Yeah, I like the star, honey. The star is bigger than the carpet. Let me get the star.
Right?
You gonna get the star.
Yeah, you're gonna get that star.
You gonna get the
Yes.
star. So your legacy, liberation in the fall of 2025. 2025 is the year of the number 9. It's completion. And this is the year of your premiere, baby. This your year. This your moment.
Yeah.
What would you
Yeah.
say to your younger self before your premiere? If this was you walking down the red carpet, your 9-year-old self, and this was your out of body experience, and you saw yourself walking down the red carpet, or maybe even putting your hands in that cement with that star, the star of fame, what would you
Mhm.
tell your younger self before the premiere?
I would probably take her by the hand and I would say, we did it. We did it. We finished. We finished. And we touched some lives along the way. But we're still here. And it'd
I,
be a moment because I talk to that younger self a lot. You have to heal her first before you can move forward. You got to dig back in that
Yeah.
past sometimes, and you got to heal the heart that was broken back then to heal the woman that's in
Mhm.
front of you now. You know what I mean? That's a big thing. You have to heal her. And once you can come to a peace with her and you can forgive her for the things that you feel like you've done wrong your whole life and the things that you thought you deserved that you didn't really deserve, once you can heal that little broken girl, you've accomplished a whole lot. You have. So I would tell her we made it. We're here. And we're still standing. Yeah.
Still standing, still standing. What would you tell the younger version of yourself if you were watching from the sidelines, not walking with you, but just walking from the sidelines and just looking and peeking around the corner? What encouraging words would you give her yelling out in
Mhm.
the crowd? And you see yourself in the crowd, because that's where I see myself. I see myself, that little girl that's looking at Erica right now, and she's saying, I knew you
Yeah.
could do it. I knew you could always do it. So what would your younger self tell Shelly Michelle from the sideline, yelling from the crowd, trying to get your attention?
Girl, come on. Let me take your hand. We got to run up here, girl. We got to go get this. We got to keep pushing. Get that. Stop falling. Get up. That's me. I would be screaming at myself saying, girl, don't fall. Don't stay down there too long. What are you doing? We got work to do. We got work to do. And we're not going to stop till it's done. Until we touch
Still
all
got
these
work.
lives that we supposed to, we got to keep going. We got
Yeah.
to keep pushing. I would be pushing her along.
I like
Most
Mission
that.
ain't
definitely.
over.
What'd you say,
Mhm.
Evelyn?
I said the mission ain't over.
The mission ain't over. This just the
It ain't
beginning.
never over.
Yeah.
It's never
It
over.
ain't over. It
Mhm.
ain't over. It ain't over. That's a house song.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
this is a everyday movement, you know.
mhm. So
It is. It's an everyday movement. It's something you do every day.
every day it's preparing you for the next level, because there's levels to this. So the
Mm-hmm.
next level, the next level, the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you preparing mentally, spiritually, and emotionally for your premiere this fall?
Well, that has been the work that me and my best friend have been putting in these last couple of days and last couple of weeks. Because it's like I said, it's a team, and my best friend was a part of all of this. Ravonda, she's been with me all through this journey. Um, I think for me mentally, it's just preparing to sit in a room with people, a lot of people at that, and them seeing my life. And then that some that didn't know my story that will now know my story. What is that moment going to feel like when it's aired? When you see it, and what is that going to feel like? Will I feel complete? Will I feel um, mentally? Can I handle it? Will it bring back all these pains? I'm nervous. If anything, I'm more nervous because at the end of that film, when them credits go up and them lights come on, the room will be looking at me. The room will be looking at me and saying, well, damn, she really went through that, huh? And then the judgment either it's going to start or someone's going to take away, or the people will take away what the ending says. I survived. I'm still here. And I'm not damaged. I didn't die. I'm still smiling. And I'm still her. I'm still her. I'm still that same lady that wants to win. I'm still that same lady that goes hard every day, all day. I'm still the same person that believes. And I believe that I can help people. And I'm always going to believe that I can help someone in any shape, fashion, or form, in anything that I do, in any walk. It's never for me. I'm so selfish when it comes to stuff. My heart is as big as the world. I'm going to give it to you. You don't have to take it. You don't have to take from me, baby. You got it. If I have it, it's yours. But
Mhm.
there's a limit to everything. You know what I mean? You have to understand. People will take and take that there's nothing else to take. But I'm a giver, and I can't change who I am. My mama always told me that. It's who you are, Michelle, and don't let nobody change who you are. And if my assignment in life is to touch people, to bring people together, to cry the tears, then I'm going to do that if that's the assignment. I'm just obedient to the assignment. That's all.
Absolutely. I love it. I love that for you. I love that you are authentically yourself, unapologetically.
Mhm.
That is a server spirit. But what I
You have
had
to
to
be.
in serving, you have to have boundaries because I realized I couldn't save everyone because I needed to save myself first before I just keep trying to save, pull, take from myself, give to someone else. So that is very hard to do when you are a giver and you want to help everyone. But the moment that you
Mhm.
put your boundaries up and say, hey, I have to focus on my goals and dreams and ambition and my legacy, which brings me to the next question. What legacy are you intentionally building through your art?
I have two sons, and I have a daughter that's adopted. I want when my kids, you know, when they look at me, they're proud. They say that my mom never gave up. My mom never. My son was talking about that the other day on a live that I did, and he was just saying, "My mom, I've always relied on you. You've always been my backbone. You've always been my main support." I want when they look at me, they say, "My mom didn't give up, even when the odds was against her." When people say, I have lupus, so I was told I was going to check out a long time ago. I've been through some storms, and I fight every day. I get up with a bad immune system every day, all day, and people don't see that pain. They don't see because smile. I'm always smiling. So I tell my kids, and I tell them that constantly. You don't stop. You keep going because your mother will always keep going for you and everything else. So my legacy would be just that. I want to leave this with you. I want you to say, at the end of the day, we're winning. And I'm not talking about monetary. I'm talking about we're winning because we changing some people. We doing some stuff. We making some people better people. Do it that way. The money will come. I always don't chase the money. Chase the goal. Chase the ambition. Chase with some. You can't chase the paper. The paper gonna find you. But that's where people go wrong all the time. They chasing the money, the money, the money. The money ain't always the greatest gift of all. It could be something else, something bigger than you. So I want to leave that with people. Let me touch a couple of lives with my words and let that be my legacy. When people's talking about me, they say, "Well, Shelly said, and Michelle said, and she did it, so I can do it." I would rather that, and I will feel
Mhm.
whole in that moment. You know what I mean? That matters to me. That matters.
Love it. That's beautiful. So we have a sacred bloom ritual, which is called the rapid fire round. So, Evelyn, do you want to take the rapid fire round? It's short, reflective answers to affirm your journey. Shelly.
Just kidding. What's one word that describes your healing?
One word that describes my healing: pressing.
Okay. One ritual or spiritual practice you swear by.
Being true to myself in the moment.
All right. One goddess you embody today.
When goddess I embody today.
It could be a
Uh,
woman that you look up to, admire, or inspire to become. Um,
I would say CC Whining.
Good one. One affirmation you say to yourself when doubt creeps in.
Say that again. You broke up.
What's one affirmation that you say to yourself when doubt creeps in?
I'm amazing.
And the last one is one message to women over 50 pursuing their dreams.
Keep going. Keep shooting for the stars. Don't let anybody dim your light. And if anybody is trying to dim your light, remove them. Notice all the flags, the stop signs that may get in your way. You are the prize at the end of the day, and let people earn you.
No, that's
I
right.
will let people earn you.
I love
Earn you.
Okay, so I have some additional questions. A Black woman's story of triumph through art, age, and alchemy, personal journey and healing. What does overcoming to becoming mean in your own words through your own lens? What does overcoming to becoming mean in your own words?
Overcoming to me is not giving up. You know, it's easy to quit, right? It's easy to quit. My dad always says that. He always told me that. My dad, he's deceased, but he always would say that it's easy to quit. It's easy to make life challenges beat you down. But when you
Yeah.
can get up and you can continue getting up when everybody is beating you down,
Mhm.
you've overcame, right? You've overcame
Hmm.
something. If I'm sitting here in front of you and I've been in hospitals, I've been hospitalized, I've taken my life, I've done all kinds of stuff. I've been on pills, I've been in those dark places. And then I sit and I look at myself and I look at myself in the mirror and say, this ain't it. This ain't you. What are you doing? You gotta get up, girl. You gotta keep going. And if I can get up and say to myself, it's okay to be afraid, Michelle. It's okay to cry. You can cry, girl. Cry if you need to, but you're going to get up and you're going to smile and you're going to smile and be happy because you're smiling. You're not going to keep putting on for the world to see you the way they want. You're going to smile because you can and you've earned it. So overcoming to me is I've earned it. I've paid my dues. I've been out here in these trenches. I've ran the mile. I've been on the floor. I know what it feels like. These knees have been bruised for a long time, but guess what? I ain't scarred. And the
Mm.
scars that I've had, they've healed.
I
So
love that.
yeah, that's
Yep.
overcoming.
What was your becoming?
This film,
Okay.
it was becoming.
Where
It was the
yeah,
letting go, the,
the
the
letting.
dropping it off my back and saying, "Whoo, I did it."
Yeah.
Say that again.
She said, yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, this film, finishing the film, us finishing this film was the biggest thing in the world. Us finishing the film.
Um, were there moments you felt invisible in your journey as a Black woman, as a creative, or just as a human? Was it moments on this journey to creating this film? Did you feel invisible?
Sometimes when you're doing anything, people will not see your vision. But I had a friend tell me a couple of months back, your journey is not meant to walk with certain people. And I had to understand that because I always felt like I can take everybody with me. I'm always trying to help everybody and I want everybody to win. And my spirit is winning. If I'm winning, I want them to win too. So I'm pulling and it's like a tug of war because I'm pulling somebody who don't have the passion that I have, who don't have the drive that I have, who don't see the finish line like I'm seeing it. They see I ain't making nothing. This ain't happening right now. This ain't going on for me. But you got to see the end. You got to see the end. You got to see when you complete it and what that feels like. You know what I mean? Like you have to, but that ain't for everybody. That ain't for everybody. That's mine. So I had to learn, even in my invisible moments, that that person might not supposed to be there with me right now. And I got to know it's okay to let go. It's not because I'm saying I'm better than you or I believe I'm better than you. It's just, I can't take you where I'm going right now. Let me get here and maybe I can come back and get you. But right now I'm on a mission and I got to get to my mission and my destination. So yeah. That's it for me.
Awesome. That's what's up. That's epic. You can't always. I always tell. I used to tell my son that everybody that come with you, honey, you can't take everybody from elementary school because they ain't gonna make it to college. Some of them ain't
Right.
gonna make it to
That
college.
part.
Some of them, some of them ain't gonna make it past 20. You know what I'm saying? That's just
That's the next part.
that part. Um, so what role, and I think you touched on this a little bit about your father, what role did faith, spirituality, or ancestral strength play in your healing process? What
My dad. My
mhm.
dad. Definitely my
Hearing his
dad.
voice.
Um, his voice, always his voice. And I always say this: people don't believe that people can come to you in your dreams. Every down that I've had since my dad's
Yeah.
been gone, my dad comes to me and he'll sit and he'll be like, okay, okay, Michelle, we're sad. Okay, what we're gonna do to make it better? What we're gonna do to fix it? Because my dad was my biggest cheerleader. So when he passed, it's like my world stopped. And every man in my liking that I've when I think of my husband, I think of somebody like my dad who loves me unconditionally. You know, he don't care if I got a scar on my face. He don't care if I'm broken. He loves me. He's gonna pick me
Mm,
up and say, "Girl, get up. We're gonna do this." When I think of the person my dad was, there was nobody better. In my eyes, he was everything. Every show, every tear, everything, every time, he was always like, "Wait a minute, what we doing?" Even through this film, he sat on my bed many nights and said, "Why are you crying? What are you doing? You got to finish. We got something to do. Don't worry about where the money coming from. Finish. Go in here and talk to people. That's how you know how to talk. Get on the phone." So me and my girlfriend on the phone calling all kinds of people to help. And I mean, we was pulling through the trenches. I remember the director, Jason Madison, said to me, "You got to get on the phone. You're going to have to talk to some people, girl. We ain't got this big budget. You got to talk to some people. They got to believe in you." And baby, when I tell you, I used to call people crying. "Hey, this is my story. I just want you to," and I'm crying from the
Yes.
trenches of
Yes.
my soul, saying, "I got something I gotta finish, and I need your help." And they say a closed mouth don't get fed. So guess what? This mouth is open, and here it is. So yeah, I don't have no pride when it comes to stuff. You know, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get it where it's going.
Mhm.
You know.
I love that. I love that. So, what inner wound took the longest to heal, and how did you finally release it?
I think the biggest wound for me was always trying to understand why. Like, you know, why did it me? What did he see? What did he see that he didn't like that made him want to harm me or hurt me or see me broken? Like, what did I do? I think I went through that for a long time. What was it about me that you hated so much that you just couldn't see past me and you rather see me down and you rather see me crawling? But then I had to understand I wasn't broken. He was. And he was fixing himself. And whatever he didn't like about himself, he put it off on me.
Mhm.
And I had to tell myself, it ain't about me. It's you. You need to fix you. And the minute
Yeah.
I could own that and say, I'm not the one who's damaged, it's you. But I've
Mm,
allowed you to break me.
mhm.
But you ain't never going to see me down there too long. You're never going to see me down there too long.
You know, broken people break other people. Well, they try to break other people. So, if a
Oh,
person
right.
is broken, they're going to try to take you with them because they are uncomfortable. See, a broken person is uncomfortable with who they are. They haven't accepted whatever it is that they are supposed to do or their purpose on their journey. They're trying to perform. They are not their authentic self. They putting on what they say back in the day, putting on. You putting on a show.
Putting on for the
You
team.
yeah,
Yes.
you putting on
So
one. You
Welcome.
putting on one.
Mhm.
So they don't know who they are. So they're very uncomfortable with you knowing who you are, you having gifts and talents and doing the do you getting up. See, it takes a lot to become someone else. It takes very little effort to be yourself. Because I remember when I used to try to
That
fit
again.
in with other people, I'm
Right.
not like you. I'm not ordinary. I'm extraordinary with my extra self. You right. I love me. If you're uncomfortable with
Right.
me, you don't need to be around me because this is me. This is authentically me, unapologetically. That's why broken people
Right.
try to break other people. They don't know who they are. They don't know their purpose. They're pretending all the time. They lying, they cheating, they doing all the things because they have not become their full self. They haven't grown up.
Right.
They haven't accepted the purpose. A lot of people run from their purpose, and when you run from your purpose, you do foolish things. You do things that are not becoming of you because you're broken. That was a
Mm.
word. That was a message.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, but
Absolutely.
we're wrapping up here, so I'm going to try to get a couple of more questions out. Um, what was the most emotional scene that you had to write in your film, and why?
Whew. The most emotional one was uh, when I was singing. I had a manager that managed me at the time, and she met the guy that's in the movie playing Domino, who was the person on that was with during the time that he owned one of the biggest clubs in Atlanta at the time. And she was managing me, and I was pregnant, and I came home to find her in the bed with him. Now, in the movie, we did not put the pregnancy in there because of reasons of my own. We kind of like took that part out, but I was pregnant at the time. And when I walked in the room and he looked at me and said, well, if you wasn't always singing, you would be here taking care of home. But we ended up, me and the lady ended up getting into an altercation. I went into labor shortly after that. Like literally, I went into labor, and my baby was born premature because of that. Now, trauma wounds is one thing for a baby because it was young. It was a young baby. It wasn't all the way developed, and I had to go through that. Now, the scene after that was done, like he literally raped me in the actual scene. That was hard to relive it because I had to take a moment of what actually happened and I had to play it forward. So that was the hardest thing for me because my child suffered, you know,
Mhm.
and going into labor the way that I did because of trauma and being beaten and being raped at the time was hard, and feeling like I was wrong for coming in, and I was wrong for saying anything at all, or being angry. I didn't have a right to be angry because he always told me, you have everything, you don't have a right. And what people don't understand, you could be with somebody that has all the money in the world. And this is why I tell people it ain't about the money sometimes. You could have everything and everything be so pretty, but baby, when it's not yours and somebody can take it back and keep giving it to you and taking it back, it becomes heavy. And after a while, you don't even want it because of
Mhm.
all the sacrifices you made to keep it. So when people would say, girl, you have everything, why are you complaining? Everything
Yeah.
for me came with a price every time.
Yeah.
Every time. There was no good. I can't tell you a good moment in my life with that man for the 7 years I spent with him. I don't even know what a good moment felt like because it started so early. The abuse started so fast. And when you're in the abuse, people always say, you dealt with it. Sometimes it's not that easy to leave when you burn so many bridges and you walked away from so many friends that they don't understand your pain no more. So it was that probably was the hardest scene for me. Uh, Knowing that I went in labor, knowing that I could have lost my baby, you know, all these things that came through, my mind, and then still being beat in the moment of walking in. So that was hard. That was hard for me.
Wow. That was healing within itself, because having to relive something so traumatic, write it, and then put it on film, on camera, to relive it. Only a goddess can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You had the courage to write it and create out of your pain, triumph over trauma, your legacy being redefined and rebirthed through your creativity.
Mm-hmm.
It takes courage to do that. It takes courage to be transparent. It takes courage to be vulnerable. That's something that a lot of women have gone through, that have lied about it, hid it, um,
Absolutely.
don't want to talk about it, brushed it under the rug. I don't think people understand all the dimensions of trauma and abuse. It's
Yeah.
not one-sided. It's not,
Layers.
oh well,
Mind blowing.
I didn't hit you, I didn't beat you, or one don't
Mm-hmm.
perceive the other. You know what I'm saying? Trauma is
Right.
trauma.
Does not.
And to be vulnerable, to expose your truth, because that's what you're doing. You're exposing your truth, which is going to help someone else
Yeah.
see their truth. Because a lot of people don't see their truth. They think that, well, my grandmama did it, my aunties did it. It must be okay. That's a lie.
Right.
That's a lie. And you better than that,
Yeah, it's
sister.
not okay.
It's
No.
not okay.
It's not okay.
Couple of more questions. What myths about aging, healing, or making it do you want to break with this film? What are some of the myths that I heard somewhere on social media that they said, oh, where if you not this by 30 or 40 or something, um, you're washed out and you shouldn't be trying to do that thing. Oh, your time has expired. Your time is up. You shouldn't be focusing on that. You
Right.
need to
I
be
hear
doing something.
that. I hear
So
that. No, those are all myths. People will
live.
tell you that it's an age limit to everything, and it's not.
Nope.
You could be, you look at people like Steve Harvey and some of these people who made it at 53, 55, Tyler Perry, the big people. Let's look at them. They made it. If they would have
Yeah.
stopped and listened to someone say, you're not going to get there, they would have stopped. They would have quit, right? So I'm 53 years
Mhm.
old, but I'm still moving. I'm still alive. I think I still look halfway decent. You know what I'm saying? I got some things in my corner, my things in my back pocket that I'm gonna, there's a role for a 50-year-old woman out there. And if I can pass for 35, well, God damn it, let me pass for 35. You know what I'm saying? So those are the myths that I say to people. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do and what you're not gonna do.
Nope.
You do and you feel how you feel. If you feel young, then you just feel young. And no one should take that from you. But people will. They'll try. They always
Yep.
try, right? They always try to beat you down and say,
Mhm.
girl, you crazy. You doing stuff. You doing too much. You know how many people told me you doing too much on social media? Girl, you always out here talking. You always taking pictures. You always in the camera. But I love it though.
You're
I'll
doing
say
too.
it. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. And if you're a part of my journey, guess what? You're gonna love it with me. You'll be like, that girl love to take pictures. Honey. That's just her. You know, if you're my friend, you're gonna say that, right? You're gonna say, that's what that girl, she can't help herself. She always like to be in front of the camera. That's just her thing. She like to sing. It's like saying, girl, don't, it's like somebody looking at me saying, don't sing no more. Why?
But
Why? Why shouldn't I? Why should I not sing?
in
Is it
order
hurting
to be
you?
in
Yes, it is.
entertainment,
My voice is as big as it is.
you
Yeah,
have to
you
be
can't tell
seen.
me I can't do it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, you have to be. If this is the world you in and this is the one you want, baby, you got to be on the scene. People gonna forget you if you ain't out here. I say it all the
If
time.
you're
I
not
don't
out
do
there,
social media because I like to be on the camera. I do it because I have to remain
you
relevant
have
to the world,
to.
like to the
Mhm.
world. So
If
yeah,
you
those are
are
myths.
afraid
Those
of
things I do
being
believe.
seen, then this ain't for you because
Baby,
it ain't
at
for
all.
you. If you are
Nope.
afraid of being seen, it's
Or
not for you.
judged or
Or
criticized.
judged,
Hmm.
that part.
This ain't for the
Um,
weak. I tell people all
it's
the
not.
time, this ain't for the weak, baby. People come for you. They gonna point out your pimple, if you had a crooked eye, if your hair was flying on one side of your head, they gonna see all your blemishes before you see them. You be like, well, damn, I saw
They
it too,
point
but
out
damn, thank you for
everything.
pointing it out. That's why I let people see the raw.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're gonna make you feel bad all the time.
Right.
All the time.
Like I misspelled something, but the caption, people knew what I meant. Did you have to really point that out? Because I was going to go back and correct it later on. Like, my goodness, this is not a big time television studio system we got going on here. I'm just trying to deliver a message. That's it. Like, give me a break already. I mean,
That
I've been
ruined their
doing
whole day, so they had to correct you. That ruined their.
that one little
Like I
thing
said, like we just
ruins
said,
your
right?
life.
People will point out flaws before they say, I give them their accolades for trying. Look,
Yeah, it's
it's
like
crazy.
why? Why are you worried
I
about
don't
It's
that?
think
crazy.
people know how difficult it is to come on a platform. You don't know whether somebody's watching you or not.
Yeah,
Okay. To stay and talk for 2 hours to relay a positive message. I mean, that's using my creativity alone. I don't have to be perfect
Right.
because I've seen grammatical errors on the news before. Seriously. In newsletters,
and
email,
book.
all kinds of stuff. I'm not here to be perfect because I'm not perfect. But what I am is authentically Erica. That I think I got down pat. Period. I make no apology for that. But do I make mistakes?
Right.
I do. I don't do that to people. I don't point out people's mistakes because every mistake is a growing, it's part of your journey. It's part of how are you going to get to where you're at
Yeah,
without mistakes. And we're not perfect. I've seen imperfection
somebody.
in filming. I have. I will go back and rewind scenes to see if they have the same outfit on because I
Yeah,
work in
Right.
wardrobe. So I'm checking for the
But you got to think
wardrobe.
about it. If
What you say, Shelly? What'd you say? Your
I
mic
said,
went out.
if people don't criticize her, they wouldn't know what to do.
Then you're not doing
I said,
something
if
right.
people don't criticize you, they would not know what to do, honey. You're
Thank
they
not
you.
won't
doing
have nothing
something.
else to do.
You're just not. You got to take it with a grain of salt and say it is what it is.
It
If you
is
can't
what it
understand
is.
and comprehend what's scrolling across the screen, then your brain is very shallow. I hate to say that, but it
You
is.
thinking it seems like people look so hard to find something wrong. It's like
Oh, there you
I don't even say words right correctly sometimes. I mean, it takes a lot to get in front of people and talk, to use
We ain't
your
got no
and
voice.
talk.
cards, nothing. Yeah, just using our brains.
Just, you know, so we got that little rant out the way. um, how do you tap
So
into your
yeah, right.
sensuality or joy after surviving so much? Because I feel like maybe this film need to be a series and not just tell your story condensed in one, for an hour and a half in film. um how do you find your joy and your peace after surviving so much?
I find my peace in everyday life. I find my peace, you know, laughing with people who laugh with me. Like, I went out last night, me and my girlfriends, and me and my best friend and all my best friends, and we went out and we're promoting Singing for Freedom. And just the joy of so many people that was in this bar, just happy because we were there and happy to take pictures with us. And I find joy in that. I find like, joy in living life. And when my day one comes, I'll find joy in that too. But right now I'm just on a mission to to be great, to be great, to be great. I am. So yeah. In life, my kids, laughing with them, my son, him hurting my head every day. I find joy in those things. My little Harper, watching her say, Mommy, you're fantastic. Mommy, you're amazing. She sees no flaws. She sees nothing. She just
Oh,
sees mommy. Those are my joys. Those are my wins. Those are the wins for me. When I go hard, I go hard, and I go hard for them. And if a man comes along and he blesses me with him, and he's amazing, and we be amazing together. But in the meantime, I'm out here grinding, baby, and
Mhm.
I cannot allow anybody to take that away from me. I've earned it. I've earned it. So yeah,
Don't
that's
let
it.
nobody steal your
That's
joy.
it.
no.
What do you wish other Black women in midlife knew about their own power?
No, absolutely.
What would you like to tell women, Black women, midlife Black women, about their own power, or regaining or rebirthing your power? What would you like to tell them?
Tap into yourself. Everything has to be self-reflection, right? You don't allow someone else to take away you. I always say start with yourself. If there's things about you that you need to heal those things, before you go playing on somebody else's team or trying to jump into a relationship or trying to do this. Heal yourself first, because healing comes from within. You are no good to nobody if you're not healed. Regaining your power is part of you healing yourself. And then you can go on and say, now I'm going to do this. I got this assignment that I'm about to follow through with. But until you heal the brokenness and the wounds, and we all have them, every woman has something that they didn't went through. Trust me. Whether it's my story, they story, everybody has it. You are no good to nobody broken. So you may as well start with yourself. Don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself for no man. Don't sell yourself, not even for your kids. You can't sell yourself. You have to come to a peaceful place in your life where you say, it's okay. It's okay that I've messed up today. It's okay that I can't get this right. But guess what? It's how you get up and how you start again. That's what makes you you. And find the creative in you. Don't worry about the next girl. Don't worry about the next person's house, who hit the lottery, who bought their new car. Worry about your journey, because that journey may not be yours. It might not be yours. And don't be envious of what nobody got, because that might not be yours. Yours may be bigger than that.
Mm-mm.
But you so mad and tied up in your spirit, you can't even, you got to start. You got to start with yourself. You got to. And that's the hardest thing for any woman in the world, to tear herself apart and say, oh God, this is horrible. I'm horrible. This is bad. That's a hard place to be. But when you
Wow.
get it right, and you really get it right, you feel the victory, honey. Bells be ringing all in your head. It does. So yeah, start with yourself.
So I like that. Start with yourself. We're always talking about that, right, Evelyn?
Mhm.
Start with yourself, because if you don't have self preservation, how are you going to help someone else?
Yeah.
Your job and duty is to save yourself. You can't save other people if you are not saving yourself. Where are you going to get the strength from? Because let me tell you something, there's nothing like carrying other people's burdens and trauma and drama. They call you every time they have a problem or an issue, and then you put aside what you trying to do because you getting up in the middle of the night and someone calling you, crying on your shoulder, asking you to rescue them when you need to rescue yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Self-preservation is key.
Yourself.
Is key.
Mhm.
Um, so
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Shelly, if you could speak to your future self after the premiere, after the film premiere, what would you thank her for? Your future self.
Yeah, that's the question, right? Girl, thank you for not quitting. Thank you for not quitting, honey. Thank you for just, it's so many thank yous going on in my head every day, y'all. Y'all don't understand, and that's crazy that you asked that, Erica, because I've asked myself that same question. What am I going to thank myself for? I had somebody tell me, girl, take your bow. Take your bow. The biggest thing was finishing. We sit down in these moments and I think about, but we finished. When the odds was against us, we finished. I'll be standing somewhere smiling in that moment. And it'll probably be me and my best friend crying in that moment, to be honest with you, just saying, damn, we did it. We did it. And it's good.
Yeah.
And it's good. And the thing is that the crazy thing about this whole film is I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be amazing. And it doesn't matter. The world's going to judge it anyway. But it doesn't matter because I did the hard part. We did this. We did the hard part already. It's done. So I'm going to bow and I'm going to smile. Trust me, if you're coming to the premiere, honey, I'm going to be smiling. I don't care what's going on in the room. I'm going to be smiling in that moment. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It is. It is. It
So,
was. It is and it was.
and I'll be there with my microphone on the red carpet. I'll be there. Um, so, and everybody, let me just say this. Shelly, tell the name of the title of the film and when will the premiere be, and the location, the city of the premiere, and where it'll be. And you don't have to give the exact dates. You can give around. I know it's coming. The premiere is this fall. So tell everyone the name of the film and the premiere date.
So the film is Singing for Freedom. It's going to be the premiere. The premiere is October 4th, 2025. It's going to be in a Snellville location. If you're interested in anything, if you're interested in getting tickets, VIPs, just come to me in my inbox on Facebook, or if you have access to me, some of you do, just reach out to me and then I'll give you the rest of the information. But it is October 4th, 2025 in Snell.
And we'll be sharing more.
And it is a red carpet event. Let me just say that too.
It's a red carpet event. We'll be sharing more on our platform because that's what we do here is we give other Black goddesses their flowers and we shout them out. So we will probably have you on again before the premiere, and we will also have a link if anyone is interested in the premiere. We'll provide that for you also. So here at Sacred Bloom, Call Her Goddess, we always have closing goddess affirmations, overcome to become. So this is that part in that moment that you can put your hand on your heart, on your womb, breathe in, close your eyes, and we just want to affirm ourselves. Affirm yourself of your successes, your wins, your victories, your overcoming to become whatever it is that you have um, overcame to become something or your purpose in your journey. That is epic. That is pivotal because a lot of people are stuck and a lot of people can't say that they did the thing, that they leaped out on faith in spite of their situations and their trials and tribulations. So I just ask that you breathe in through your nose, Close your eyes. Release through your mouth. Breathe in one more time. Release. Breathe in one more time. Release. And there's something magical about releasing because you're breathing in positivity and you're letting go of all the things that no longer serve you. I am the woman who rose after the storm they thought would bury her. I no longer shrink to fit the parts of me that were once unloved, beaten down, and broken. Every wound I carry is now wisdom I walk with. I turned my breakdowns into blueprints. I was never broken. I was becoming. That was part of my journey. My voice is sacred and my story is scripture. I honor the woman I was and I celebrate the goddess I am becoming. I forgive the world for misnaming me. I know who I am unapologetically. I rise in my divine timing, not on their deadlines. The older I get, the more powerful I become. I create art that heals the very soul it came from. I am not behind. I am blooming right on time. My becoming is a ceremony. My survival is a celebration. I bless every closed door that led me back to myself. I am the proof that pain can give birth to power. I wear my age like a crown, not a cage. I release guilt, shame, and silence. I speak from truth. I embody a lineage of women who overcame with grace. I bloom wildly, boldly, and without apology. I have become the goddess I once prayed to. And in closing, I assume everything is aligning in my favor. I assume I am always chosen by divine timing. I assume that softness is my strength. I assume life is a sacred unfolding. I assume my dreams are valid and inevitable. I assume my healing has already shifted the generations before and after me. I assume my voice heals others and myself. I assume I am safe in love, softness, and in success. I assume I am surrounded by divine sisterhood and support. I assume I am already living as the woman I prayed to become. So that just about wraps up this episode of Sacred Soul Sundays. The role of this community and sisterhood is healing. That's first and foremost. You don't have to rise alone. The power is sacred in circles. A circle is magical. We need each other. We need that connection. We need to uplift each other because healing in isolation leads to exhaustion. Healing in sisterhood leads to expansion. So many of us have trauma around female friendships and betrayal, jealousy, and abandonment. A healed sisterhood is a womb space where we reflect, we rise, and restore one another. You deserve to be celebrated, Shelly, not just tolerated. Um, as a reflection, who are the
Absolutely.
women who mirror your greatness without competition?
Say that again. You can say that twice.
Who are the women who mirror your greatness without competition?
Competition, yes. There is no need for it.
No need for it.
No.
I
Mm-mm.
am worthy of friendships
Absolutely not.
rooted in truth, tenderness, and trust. We are entitled to that. It's our birthright.
Hmm.
We're goddesses. So I asked you, Shelly, to leave a final message, a love note, or soul charge to all the women listening, especially those are the ones that's rising from pain into power. What goddess love letter would you leave your listeners and your followers and your viewers that might be going through something, leaving the pain into power? What would you like to share with them?
So, because I'm good with lyrics, I'm going to say this in lyric mode, okay?
Mhm.
If it has not been for the breaking, I would have never been ready for the making. If it had not been for the beating, I would have never knew how anointed I would be. He's preparing me, preparing me for greater. He's preparing you for greater.
I got chills. I know y'all got chills, baby. Yeah, that's what this platform is all about, baby. We
He's
are
preparing you for
breaking
greater.
chains over here. We breaking chains. We are
Yes,
getting delivered from
yes.
pain. We're
Mhm.
turning trauma into triumph. Okay, that's what we doing over here in this
Absolutely.
sisterhood over here. I will
Yeah.
just have some last words, and
Absolutely.
then I know
Yes.
it's late. People got to go work tomorrow. We just want to invite the listeners to follow Shelly's journey and to attend her premiere this fall, 2025, October the 4th. We will be leaving some information on her after we have ended this live. We're going to drop her IG handle, the film website, her music platform links. We invite you to Sacred Bloom, call her goddess, the sisterhood circles. We have more stories to share like this. We are just starting, baby, but we ain't.
Yes.
It ain't over. It ain't over. And then we do
Yes,
our.
these ladies are awesome.
We have a 5-day challenge. Overcome to become the goddess awakening creative energy. What's the thing that you've been wanting to start? This platform is for 40 and over. So we're not talking about millennials right now, but you're all welcome because you might learn something because there's a lot of wisdom on this platform. So what is
Yes.
the thing that you put in the background for somebody else and you need help in that area? This is where you come. This is where you get your encouragement. This is where you get your sisterhood. This is where we lock arms. This is where we lock in, baby.
Mhm.
This is where you lock in.
Hmm.
This is where
These
you
are
lock
all
in.
good vibes.
We gonna lift you up over here
I
because I'm
love
the
it.
type
I
of
love it. I
friend.
love it.
I'm the type of friend, baby. I'ma be accountable. You understand? I'm gonna give you that late night call. Did you
Oh
do
yeah.
what you said you're gonna do? Where we
Yep.
at with that?
Hmm.
So
Yes.
that's where we at, ladies, goddesses, and some of the gentlemen that tapped in to get some of this feminine energy. So we wish you all a
Energy.
good night. And thank you, Shelly, Michelle, Francis,
Thank you
for
all. Thank
gracing
you
Yeah.
our
all.
platform
Thank
with
you.
your presence. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. We look forward to many more
I was
episodes
honored, ladies.
like
Thank
this and
you.
having you back on the show. I can't say no more. Like, girl,
Y'all got me smiling, right? Thank y'all. Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you, Erica.
good night, y'all. We see you next Sunday. Oh, we'll see y'all Thursday at 8 p.m.
Thursday. Yes.
Regular schedule programming. Good night.
Good night.